Coach, just how impressed were you early on with the start? I know they scored to start things off, but then 3 unanswered. You had to feel pretty good, at least at the time, going into that first intermission.
We definitely felt good getting those goals. The period was a little bit of the first 4 or 5 minutes. I thought we did a really nice job. I thought the next 5-6 minutes they did a nice job, and then we kind of ratchet up and scored on our opportunities. But unfortunately, it's not a 20-minute game, and that has to be a lesson learned for us.
Puck management-wise, I know you were hoping to see that continue to grow as the game went on, even after a good first period. But what did you see went wrong, kind of as the game transpired there?
Well, this time of year, special teams has to be good. They were 1 for 2, right, and we were 0 for 1. On it. I think, does that sound right? Off it, I think we're or 0 for 2 maybe. But when you only get 2 or 3 opportunities, like on a power play in this case, a couple each, that can be the difference of a game, and it heightens it, right? Because there's no longer 5 or 6 like you see during the regular season. Maybe a little bit more. Things get a little bit tighter here, but in terms of our puck management, we have to do a better job understanding who's on the ice for them at times, and make sure we manage to live to fight another day and make it difficult for their top guys, and not let them come 150 feet back. Make sure it's 200, but yeah, it is what it is, right? Like, it's a wave of emotions. We up 3-1, put ourselves in position down 4-3. We scored a goal there to make it 4-4, and they scored with 2 minutes left. So it's a little bit of a gut wrenching, loss, especially because of the way the game flowed.
Things I saw early on in the second period, of course you guys had the 3-1 lead, but they still had 17 blocked shots early on. Was that something where the D-men were struggling to maybe get pucks through, or sometimes just trying to be indirect to the goal, or what did you see there?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of it, to be honest. Got to use probably better deception. I don't know the exact numbers like you were saying there, Kev, off it, but we have to generate better down low, to me, in the offensive zone. I thought the line of Ben Duran, Tyler Hotson, and Max Martin was their best line. I thought they, and not for anything more, I know they scored that nice goal there that Max gave to Tyler there in the slot there to get us going. But I thought they were first on pucks, good second quicks, grinding, playing connected, generating a lot of speed on the forecheck, getting it east-west. And we need everybody to play that way, and generate some offense.
Then, Coach, talking about that, I guess, shift almost between the first and second period, just kind of what happened, if it was more mental or physical, or kind of what you saw from it.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. It wasn't good, though, when you landed 3 goals.
Coach, just going, I know you mentioned earlier just kind of how you want to end it on a high note if you lose Friday, but then get the win Saturday, that, you get that momentum. So just responding back with that adversity tomorrow, what are you looking for?
Well, I said to our group, we can't sit here and feel sorry for ourselves. It is what it is. We had opportunity to win. We had opportunity to create separation, today. Now tomorrow becomes a must-win game. Like, that's really what it is. It comes down to that, and that is the opportunity that we've presented for ourselves, which is great, but we need to have a much more complete 60-minute game from the goalie right on out.
Coach, just that moment late in the second period, that call on Niedermeyer sort of wiping out the power play right after it starts. How did that kind of change the texture of the game in that moment, or sort of the momentum there?
Yeah, I haven't really seen the play yet, so it was kind of hard because I was watching when he came out to play it. Tracy, I was watching the puck go up the ice, to be quite honest, because I had a guy behind our D, so I have yet to really see the penalty called. In between periods, it's the least of my concerns at that point because it was done. We moved on from it, so I'll have to watch it. But anytime, you still have to have responsibility you can to the goalie. Do I agree with the rule? No. Like, if they want to come out and play the puck, then they should just be like anybody else, or we should just give the goalie the puck to break out all the way down the ice because no one can hit him, right? So that's, I don't know. I know we're out there to protect him 100%. I'm not saying, and again, I don't know what the hit was like, to be quite honest, off it. But, it's hard if in that play, if I recall, he was kind of going in on he went wide on it and was driving the net. So when you're under distress from a defenseman, like, your head's down, you're trying to stick handle, and if a goalie comes outside of the crease, you may not have that awareness, because you're getting tied up with another guy. But nonetheless, the call was a 2-minute, and that's what happens.
For sure. And just going into tomorrow, a lot of moments tonight, in the slot, a lot of bodies in front of the net, just not really connecting there. Is there sort of a focus on trying to connect on some of those shots tomorrow, or what's the process there?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we don't skate in the morning, so there's nothing we can do. It's guys going to have to visualize maybe a little bit better of not just putting it on net, but put it through the net, especially on a goalie like this. He's a Mike Richter nominee. I don't know, since I've been in the league, I think, right? And even in the second period, I think we only had 5 or 6 shots. I said, not only is he a good goalie, but we only get 5 or 6 shots, you're probably not scoring on him either. So we need to do a better job of generating second, third chances, getting over top, just like Josh Kotai last weekend. Those are 2 back-to-back top echelon goalies, not just in the CCHA, but in all of the NCA. So if we're going to want to score on them, we're going to have to make it difficult and keep a guy parked outside of that blue paint and be ready to score in second and third chances.
Coach Nelson, individuals starting with Colmore on the back end. Seemed like there was 2 goals there that were pretty deep range and he had a sight of. But besides those, just how did you feel like he fared today and 5 goals given up?
Yeah, again, when it comes to individuals, just like the Niedermeyer hit, I haven't dove into anything, so I'll have a better understanding if you want to give me a call in the morning.
Is there something you saw from that line of Ben Duran, Max Martin, and Tyler Hotson today, especially early, that you saw bring so much success, and is that a line that we can expect to stay?
Yeah, they'll definitely stay together. They're our best line. They brought energy, compete. I thought they were connected. I thought they tracked. They play with passion. I thought they played with purpose, often. And it wasn't just the one goal they scored. They had some other really good looks, and they were playing to their identity. And that's the biggest challenge we tell our guys is be the best version of yourself. If you're a banger, be the best banger. If you're a goal scorer, score goals. If you're a guy that's supposed to eat minutes and track and maybe contribute the odd time offensive, then do that. Just be the best, Don't worry about anything else out there. And if you can do that, you'll play a lot of minutes, often. And I think sometimes we get out there and you see what happens when you're up 3-1. We kind of came out with a little bit of a, not the grit and grind. And, they're going to come out because they probably were challenged by their coach, and we got to push back, and we didn't have a response there for it. So hopefully that's just a lesson learned from all of us, and we can park it and we can move on.
Yeah, and then the line of Jake Sloan, Brandon Wynot, and Connor Levis got some late game shifts, but especially Brandon Wynot with the goal on a nice setup from Sloan. How did it feel for that line that grinds a lot of the time, maybe doesn't get so much offensive opportunity to be able to get the tying goal at the time?
Yeah. I was really happy for them, first of all. I play them quite a bit, especially as 5-on-5 right off it. But I do expect them playing that zone. There's no reason why they shouldn't. They're all 6'2", 6'3", and bigger, right? So they should be able to go get to that puck, hang on to it, protect it, grind teams down, get to the net front. So for them to score that goal, obviously, I remember putting them out right at that time, and the way I was looking at it is we had some other guys that looked a little tired on the bench, and I have no problems playing them. They penalty kill for us, they're reliable 5-on-5, and so it was nice to see them get rewarded. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win for them because that probably deflates the goal there by Wino, but they do a lot of good for us, and they do a lot of things that people don't see or probably value is because they are big and heavy, leaning on D-men, leaning on certain forwards out there, right? So that when our other lines do come out, we can catch them on a line change. Like they wear them down, so they're very effective for us. Those 3.
Coach, multiple lengthy reviews throughout the game. How does that affect your team's momentum going throughout the game?
Yeah, they're not fun, right? One way or another. Often, like sometimes if you're down by a couple, it's nice because you get that timeout to kind of reconvene. Sometimes if you have some momentum going, it stalls it, right? There's the one after the scrum there, took a little bit, but they got to get it right too, often because, you'd be sitting here in years past and they might have kicked somebody out or not give somebody a penalty, and we'd all be sitting here complaining about it. So the whole purpose of the video review is for the officials to go and make sure the call's right on the ice and be able to just, again, make sure that they got the right numbers in that scrum, goal or no goal, offside, so, yeah, it's not ideal, but that's how it goes.
And then speaking of the second period and the game as a whole, seemed like everything was happening all the time, constant goal scoring, constant hitting, even a full line brawl at one point. How do you keep your bench kind of controlled when it seems like everything's happening all at once?
Well, it's an emotional game, the waves of it, right? Like I said, you look at it, down 1 early, up 3-1, down 4-3, tie it up 4-4, 2 minutes left, 5-4, right? Like, you got to stay even keel off it, and the emotions are part of it. That's what makes the game fun. It makes this time of year fun. And as I always say, at the end of the day, we're definitely going to need to, digest, especially that second period, how those went in, why they went in, how can we correct it? Is it a theme to it? Is there, some sort of continuity to why they scored on those? And again, without being able to look into it, I can't really say, but we'll adjust. We'll have a much better effort tomorrow. I know that group knows how to respond, and they know how to win, and we have great leaders.
A good start for the team early on. You guys get out to a 3-1 lead. What did you feel like really allowed you guys to build that lead early?
Yeah, I think the first period there, we had a lot of momentum, just getting pucks behind their D and kind of playing to our standard. I think in the second, we kind of got away from that, kind of tied the game up there. And but I thought the first period we did a really good job.
One of you, what did you see really that kind of switched gears in the second period that allowed Minnesota State to get back into it?
Yeah, kind of just got away from our game a little bit. A lot of weird reviews and stuff, and I think we kind of lost our focus a little bit, and I think we can't have that happen this late in the season with this group.
What did you guys see from Cole in terms of battling in the net today? I know there was a lot of goals to be had out there, but how did you feel like defensively? And Cole, how did he battle today?
Yeah, I thought he was good again tonight. He's been the backbone for us all year, and we didn't really help him out on a couple of them. Obviously, there's a couple chances there, odd man rushes that they capitalize on, and we got to clean that up. But yeah, he's been the backbone for us all year, and we love when he's in net.
Just those outside, kind of forces, whether it be the crowd, the officials, just how do you kind of tune that out and play your game?
Yeah, kind of just maturity as a hockey player, I think. Like, we've all been playing hockey for a long time, and by this age now, we got to know when to dial it in and how to use that crowd and stuff as momentum, and also have it held us back, and how not to have that happen.
Down a game, just looking for the adversity tomorrow. How are you looking to bounce back going forward?
Yeah, I think tomorrow's a huge game. Obviously, they're really tight to us in the standings, and it's a huge game. I think we obviously dropped 2 straight here now, and we got to get back in the win column and just get back to playing our game.
Tyler, you mentioned this week how much the lines have changed over the last couple of weeks and how you guys have been able to adjust to that. Your guys' line today of you, Reg, did very well. Just how did you feel like that bond accumulated, especially early for you guys getting 2 goals in that first period? Yeah,
I thought we were good early on. I thought we were pretty good all night. We had some great chances, just didn't capitalize on a few of them, and that's the way the puck bounces tonight. But yeah, we were able to capitalize on a few, and a few didn't go in, and that's just the way it happens.
Max, toward the end of the game, that tying goal from Brandon Wynot. He had an empty netter earlier in the season, but some great excitement out of him and the team for that. How did that feel for you guys, and especially for him to get that goal in such a big part
awesome.
Of the game?
Yeah, like, he works his bag off, and it's always good to see, no matter who it is, whether it's anyone on our team score a goal. Like, we just love each other, and we're all so happy for each other. But to see him score one late, tie the game up, it's pretty awesome.
This could be for either of you guys, but just their goaltender, Alex Tracy, you guys really gave him a run in the first period. He was kind of able to adjust in those second 2 periods. What's the plan to just put the pressure on him and give him a run tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think just keeping it simple, getting bodies in front of him. Obviously, he's a great goalie. He's been in the league a long time. I think, we just got to get bodies in front of him and second, third chances and bury him.
Yeah, traffic. A lot of traffic in front of him. Don't let him see pucks. And I think second period there, I don't know, we didn't have many shots, and kind of let him get back into the game a little bit. And I think that's kind of a lapse in us, and we got to fix that for tomorrow.